Namaste. Hello and welcome. This is Robert Allen, and this is going to be Ormus Frequently Asked Question Part 2. And if you missed Part 1, there'll be a link at the end of this video. And again, this is going to be primarily about the use of Ormus. So if you have questions about the production of Ormus, I'll try to put together a FAQ Part 3. All right, so I had some pretty good feedback from Part 1 in the comments section of YouTube and as from email as well. And I've accumulated another 10 or 12 questions here I'm going to try to answer. But I want to preface this by saying I do not consider myself the foremost expert in Ormus, and I'm certainly not a medical doctor. So don't mistake this advice as definite, undisputed truth about Ormus, and definitely don't take any of this as medical advice. All right, so let's get started. Okay, well, technically, I didn't discover Ormus. Ormus has been around for thousands of years, and most recently it was rediscovered by a person by the name of David Hudson, who inadvertently discovered monoatomic gold during a farming process. So if you haven't heard the David Hudson experience, you might want to check that out. That's pretty interesting stuff. But I think what people are meaning is, when did I find out about Ormus? And technically, I found out about Ormus in 2003 when I was researching alchemy and philosopher's stone and stuff. And after a few weeks research, I ordered a bottle, tried it, didn't notice anything, forgot about it. And then I think what people are actually meaning is, when did I find out about Ormus, or when did I start using Ormus? And it was basically early 2013. I had a premonition or a dream about eating gold and turning into a gold person. And it took me a while to interpret that dream. But that eventually led me back to consuming monoatomic gold, Ormus. So that's kind of how I discovered it. Well, you already have psychic abilities, but Ormus will, or could, awaken and enhance your psychic abilities. But it's not like a magic potion, you take one dose and voila, you turn into a shaman or something like that. It's something that happens cumulatively. And frankly, I think it addresses physical issues first. So if there's some healing that needs to be taken care of, I think it'll handle that before it starts messing with your psychic abilities. You should expect a miracle, but don't expect an overnight miracle. It's really hard to say, because it varies so much depending on each person's condition, their mental, their physical, and spiritual condition. But generally speaking, I would say, if I had to make a blanket statement, within 30 to 90 days, you should notice some benefits. And whenever you buy from me, I'll send you a link to a page that kind of breaks it down. If you're in this category, you can expect this, and if you're in this category, you can expect that. But I'm not going to get into all great detail. But like I said, generally speaking, 60 to 90 days, and considerably sooner. If you have a really good diet, you're not a heavy Wi-Fi or cell phone user, and you're already familiar with psychic abilities, you could notice the effects as quickly as one dose. Well, I can't say for sure, because like I said, I've been taking it nearly every day for many years. But here recently, the last 8-9 months or so, what I started doing was I quit taking Ormus for 30 days, and then I'll take it again for 30 days. And then quit taking Ormus for 30 days and then start again. And the reason I chose 30 days, because that is about when I noticed a little bit of drop off in my psychic abilities and my overall attitude and energy levels. I noticed it was dropping off a little bit. So I started again. So 30 days, I think, is the general answer to your question. But technically speaking, Ormus can teach you things about yourself and about the universe that you'll never forget, information that you'll use for a lifetime. So in some regards, the benefits will last a lifetime. As far as I know, the youngest person I ever heard about using Ormus was 6 years old, and the oldest client that I'm aware of is 69. So generally speaking, I think it's safe for all ages, but if you're under the age of 18, I think you should probably get your parents' permission. To the best of my knowledge, it does not. Now, I don't use prescription drugs, but I know a lot of my clientele use prescription drugs, and as far as I know, it doesn't interfere with those type of medications. And I've done a lot of research looking for cases where it does. just to be on the safe side. But as far as I know and as far as I can tell, no, it does not interfere with prescription drugs. I wouldn't say it interferes with them, and I can't say from personal experience, but based on feedback from people who use theogens or psychedelic drugs, it enhances them rather than interfere with them. So to answer your question, no, it does not, but it may enhance the effects of psychedelics. Yes, you can, and I'm glad somebody asked that. And it works really good for burns. I had a severe burn on my hand from opening a radiator on a truck, and it not only did it soothe the pain, but it sped the healing. I mean, I thought it was probably going to blister and scar, and within, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks, it was healed up completely. So Ormus works great, particularly on burns. But now I have heard reports of people using it on minor cuts and scrapes and bites and things and getting good effects that way too. So I can only speak from experience on the burns, but yes, it seems to have pretty good benefits to be used topically. Well, technically I learned telekinesis after, because like I said, I tried Ormus once back in 2003, and I didn't learn telekinesis until 2011. So technically, yes, I took Ormus first, but I was not using Ormus when I learned telekinesis, and nor do you have to take Ormus to learn telekinesis. You can do it with or without. Now, based on my experience, Ormus does enhance telekinetic abilities, and based on my experience teaching thousands of people how to learn telekinesis, it's easier with Ormus, but it is not necessary. You don't have to take Ormus to learn telekinesis. Okay, that's a great question, and something, I kind of give you some instructions on that when you order from me, but just generally speaking, how to charge, not just an elixir, but pretty much anything. Basically, what I recommend is you take and put it in your right hand. Now, this is after you've gotten yourself in a nice, relaxed, quiet, meditative state. And then just take whatever it is you're charging, the elixir in this case, and then just sort of repeat your intentions over and over again, whatever they are. Now, you can do this verbally or just mentally, but just like saying love and gratitude and healing, or happiness and wealth and peace, or whatever it is, whatever you're wanting to get from your Ormus. Just keep reciting those intentions with an attitude of gratitude and confidence that see, Ormus is half mineral and half spirit, so you can increase the effects of Ormus by as much as 50% just by charging it with intentions, clear intentions. And so just know when you do this with confidence that the information is being received and it's being stored, and it will be given to you when you take the Ormus. And then I also recommend that when you take the Ormus, to kind of repeat those intentions while you're taking it and for a little while afterwards, again with the attitude of gratitude and confidence that this is all taking place. And last but not least, you can also write down a list of your intentions and store it in your preferably metal container that you keep your Ormus in, and that's another way of charging your elixir. So there you go. All right, those were some great questions, and if you have any more questions, feel free to pop them down there in the comments sections or send me an email, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And like I said earlier, I'm going to try to do a frequently asked questions video pertaining specifically to the production of Ormus, so hopefully that'll help out some of you guys who are making it. All right, I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope this was helpful. This is Robert Allen. Good day, God bless, and namaste.